All right, how to clip quick draws. Let me show y'all real quick the three different methods that I know of how to clip a quick draw. I have an end of a rope here that I cut off, a rope that needed the ends cut off. So that's a good way to practice. Just remember, once you cut it off, if you're going to keep using the rest of the rope, that you've cut off the ends, right? So first off, there's basically two different types of carabiners on a quick draw. There's these solid gates, which I prefer, and some people prefer these. They're called wire gates. They tend to be easier to clip, and there's a thing called gate flutter, which is, for whatever reason, like say someone falls, that's called gate flutter. I don't care. I prefer solid gates, and really it's personal. Some people, they have justifications one way or another. I just like the way they look. I have friends who prefer the wire gates, and they have their own reasons as well. But clipping is the same, right? Let me get this out of the way. And remember, the solid part of the webbing or the dog bone or whatever, the tighter part is always the side, primer side. That's the side you clip. The looser side goes into, well, I have it set up this way, but it goes into the bolt, into the rock, right? So here are the three methods of clipping, right? You want to hook it, pull a little bit, don't weight it because you're still climbing, and just like that, right? The opposite way is if the gate is, for whatever reason you're climbing, and the gate's facing the direction where you can't hook and clip, then you just go like this. And I like to go above it a little bit and just clip it like that. So again, I'll show you, and you want to practice all these methods, both hands, right? The hook, just like that. And generally, sometimes if you need to unclip, it's just easier. Take one side of the rope like that, rather than trying to futz around like this, and then you're like, yeah, it just takes a lot more work, right? And again, you pull from your knot, get the rope, snag it with your thumb, right? Generally at the top, squeeze it like that. Okay. The other method, sometimes it's called the European method, is basically the thumb, and whichever way the gate's facing is the way your thumb's facing. So if it's like this, so you would bring the rope in like this, or if it's like this, then you turn the palm around and your thumb, again, go from the knot, so it's like this, right? And basically like that. So some people like it that way. Depending how I feel on a particular clip, I'll use the European method or I don't know, I guess I'll call it the American method, like that, or right, like this. And regardless of method used, you want to start pulling rope from your actual knot. The reason is, sometimes if you're just pulling down like this and you are, for whatever reason, you're close to your last draw, you might Z-clip. And that's really bad, because if you're clipped like this and you're actually Z-clipped as you're climbing, until you clip again, this is not your protection, right? You're actually clipped down there, and that could be disastrous if you are close to the deck. So real quick, one more time. hook clip method. And then the opposite way, it's like that, right? Just get your thumb out of there. And then there's the thumb or European method, which is just whichever way the gate's faced, like that. The gate's faced that way. Turn your thumb, your hand, and you just go like that. And that's it. That's how to clip a quick draw while you're lead climbing.